Yo, what's up, guys? You got pokeaim here with week 4 of the MBL, the team builder of it. I am here with my partner MV. You can say hi.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So we're back. We're back here to talk about our team, of course. Currently, we are
3-0.
3-0. 3-0, yep.
3-0, no
Looking
hacks.
4-0, hopefully.
3-0, no hacks, no lucky revolt.
3-0, no hacks.
But we won. Sorry,
But we won.
that's an insider from the stream.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so someone from the stream was like, shouldn't you guys technically be 2-1? And be like, but we're 3-0.
But we won.
But we won.
Nah, obviously we've been getting lucky. There's no denying it. But as Pokemon, at the end of the day, unfortunately, well, fortunate for us, unfortunate for our opponents. We did draft a moody Pokemon with the sole intention of abusing it. So
And making other people moody.
this is then that's definitely happening. That is definitely happening. But this week we're taking on Team Jamie, consisting of Keen, Boy, and Miller, and they're also 3-0. They're also 3-0. So if you guys didn't know, right now they're number 1 in standings. We're number 2 by we're basically just missing one differential. I think their Azumarill is like number 1 in kill leaders, and then our Glalie is like number 3 in kill leaders.
Yeah, I think for the first couple of weeks, though, Glalie was in number
Yeah,
1.
yeah, it was for a
Pretty
bit.
interesting.
It was for a bit, yeah. But yeah, so we're technically tied, but they are above us. So I guess not technically tied. They're first place, we're in second place, but we're both 3-0. So at the end of this battle, someone will end up 3-1, and the other will still be undefeated, which would be pretty cool. What I like about this game is, and you guys see on your screen, that we're taking 2 Pokemon, we're bringing them off the bench. 2 Pokemon off the bench. And it's really, really poetic that we're taking Ariados for this game because we're bringing T-Spike versus Team Jamie. And if you guys don't remember the playoffs of last season, we brought T-Spikes because we switched our Pokemon for Drapion, Comfey, and Kyurem. So we brought T-Spikes versus them in playoffs, and it ended up putting in a lot of work. So it's pretty poetic that the first game that we bring playoffs is week 4. Excuse me, playoffs. Where we bring T-Spike is week 4, where we are playing Team Jamie. Do you want to talk about this Ariados a bit? I changed the EVs, by the way. We're still max HP, 168 special defense.
Yeah,
I could talk about it if you want, and you can talk about Snorlax.
I just changed the EVs real quick. Yeah, so Ariados, right? Ariados, like Joey said, right? Jamies were the first people we brought T-Spikes versus last season, and it put in a lot of work. Therefore, we do want to bring it again. Looking at their team, they only have 1 immunity, I think, to T-Spikes.
Well, two technically. Staraptor and Klinklang.
Klinklang. They were mentioning about trying to trade, make a trade or something, but they couldn't do it for the week versus us. Therefore, they do have Klinklang and Staraptor. But the rest of their team is super like prone to being poisoned by T-Spikes. So we figured that'd be really useful, especially since their main offensive mons being like Koko, Gallade, Sceptile, Raichu, and things like that. Especially and also Azu, of course, do enjoy getting worn down by T-Spikes. So I think that bringing that is gonna be really nice, of course, with having mons that are like bulky enough to sort of sponge hits and I guess weaken their team overall.
Yeah.
We have Protect Rage Powder as well.
Yeah, it's
and
not
focus-
even. Sorry, but I didn't mean to interrupt. I was
It's
just
okay.
saying, it's not even like just like wearing them down is so important too because a lot of especially because of our speed tiers, they can run bulk on a lot of their Pokemon. So a lot of our KOs, for example, like Talonflame, maybe we think the roll is like 80% in our favor, but that's assuming they're this amount of HP investment. But they could run more, and T-Spike is just nice just for getting rid of rolls, I feel too.
Yeah.
Especially with like licks, they kind of struggle to break it down. They have Gallade, which doesn't KO, Sceptile, which doesn't KO, Raichu, which won't KO, even with Z fighting. Magmortar won't KO either unless it's Inferno Overdrive. Like it literally will not KO. It has to be like Specs to KO or Inferno Overdrive. And Aselgor, we live all out pummeling Focus Blast. So basically, T-Spike is really nice just because they're going to be struggling to get rid of our Steelix and potentially our Mew, as you guys will see. And yeah, it's so nice. So I really like this Ariados a lot. The speed allows us to outspeed a min speed Azu. Originally,
Four speed Azu.
yeah,
Speed
4 speed Azu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Originally, the EV spread was max attack, and the rest was in Spadef. But I was talking about Envy, and like I don't think it made much sense, especially because we have a Focus Sash. But sometimes we might have to take 2 hits either
Right.
way. So I mean, this is better for taking a hit from Koko, taking a hit from Raichu, Sceptile necessary, like a Leaf Storm or anything like that. And ideally, the game plan is we rage powder with it, so they attack us. Then you'll see the partner next to it where it puts in a lot of work. But talk spikes
Essentially, the
protect and
sash
rage
just
powder.
lets us live anything, so it will get up a T-spike at least guaranteed. And the bulk is if, in case our sash breaks, if we can possibly get up another one, or you know,
Take a
like
hit, yeah.
powder, take a
Yeah,
hit or something, and
exactly.
attack back with poison jab could be really useful in that sense.
This next mon's a lot of fun. We're bringing self-destruct Snorlax. So when Evan and I were talking, Talonflame is actually really good versus them if we get rid of their double electrics. Like, it's super good versus them if we get rid of Coco and Raichu. So Assault Vest Snorlax with this investment, 208 Spadef Assault Vest, we guarantee take a modest Z Coco Thunderbolt and a modest Stoke Spark Surfer. This is all in terrain, by the way, from Raichu. So we guarantee take both, and we can knock them out with self-destruct. So which is why we went the max attacks to have the strongest self-destruct. For example, like with T-Spike up, a max HP Belly Drum Azu will go down to self-destruct plus T-Spike. This is, of course, because self-destruct is weakened because it's spread move. So T-Spike is really nice for Lax. Body Slam, Ice Punch, and Earthquake are our other ones. Earthquake is nice for double electrics they have. Ice Punch good for Staraptor and Sceptile. And then Body Slam is just our stab, but for the most part, we're more than likely going to be blowing this thing up. And I think something that's
exploding.
yeah, exactly, and something that's really cool, and I think we've seen it a lot. Everybody's been prepping for traditional, like belly drum lax or whatever they've been playing in VGC for years, which is, you know, that's there's nothing wrong with that. I would be prepping for it too. So this Snorlax I think can catch them off guard, which is really nice. And Thick Fat's good for Magmortar, basically versus them.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of other coverage moves, but really those are just a decoy. We're probably going to be clicking self-destruct.
Exactly. And it's good at Rage Powder too because they can't target it. Like, for example, Ariados has the resistance to Gallade's close combat. And, you know, Azu also has to go for, like, superpower to knock us out.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And like it's especially useful when you have something like if they're leading belly drum or not belly drum, yeah, belly drum Azu, and then like follow me
The Magmortar, exactly. We just boom the hell in their face.
Hit both. Exactly. So we can actually hit both of those extremely hard. And with T spikes, probably just like, I guess with the residual damage, knock them out. You know.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
You can talk about
We can talk
Talonflame.
about Talonflame, yeah, Talonflame. So our next Pokemon we brought is going to be Talonflame. Of course, despite them having, you know, Koko Raichu and things like that, Talonflame really helps us out a lot, especially since they can employ strats like Tapu Koko plus Lightning Rod Mega Sceptile and go for discharge and stuff. That thing is really fast and it could get out of hand. So I think having the Gale Wings boosting, you know, of course with the priority with the Brave Bird can be really helpful versus Sceptile, Gallade, even like what else? I guess the Selgor perhaps because that thing is also really fast. Versus Azu, it out prioritizes Aqua Jet, so that's really cool. And overall, like we also wanted to run Tailwind on this set here because a lot of our Pokemon can benefit, I guess, like Mew, Tsareena, even like Ariados can get up extra T-spikes with Talonflame, Tailwind and stuff, and Flare Blitz can be useful because as you'll soon see, right, we have a Mew set that is using Munium Z, so it's going to get up Psychic Terrain,
Yeah.
which is kind of bad for
It stops our Brave Bird and Z
it
Brave
stops
Bird.
our Brave Bird, exactly, yeah. So we have to like kind of time it right, and also if our terrain is still up when we bring out Talonflame, we'll still at least have Flare Blitz, and especially also if we can Tailwind up. If we get Recoil, then our Gale Wings are gone pretty much, and we can
Correct.
still click Brave Bird,
Correct.
Flying Z, and whatever.
Also,
yeah.
it's important to note that you can go for Tailwind in Psychic Terrain. That is
Yes,
important.
you
To note.
can.
You can't go for your Z move. They'll be blocked. Brave Bird will be blocked because we're at full HP because of DL Wings. But you definitely can go for Tailwind in Psychic Terrain. That's something we
Yeah,
tested.
as long as you're not targeting a Pokemon under the terrain, I think you're allowed to use Tailwind, and that will get priority, full priority.
Exactly. And also another cool thing about Adamant Talonflame is it's 1 point faster than Max Speed Gallade. So yeah, that's just one
So
thing.
if they run max speed, yeah, we'll still be faster guaranteed even without the Gale Wing. So I think Talonflame is just really solid here, especially with T-spikes on the field and things getting chipped down. Talonflame can really sort of offensively pressure their team a lot.
Yep, agreed. Next up, we have Mew rather. So it's a really bulky Mew. The 44 special attack investment guarantees that +1 we KO max HP Gallade with our Z move.
Not max HP Gallade. It's just a regular max attack, max speed.
Okay, Mega Glade. Sorry, excuse me. That was what we had the 168 for, but we
Yeah,
changed
that was the before one. So like we actually had modest Mew before with a lot more investment and stuff. But then I think Joey gave the idea that might as well take hits a little bit better. And,
yeah, prior to Calm Mind to go up there, because they have a lot of like, especially that, Coco, Mega Sceptile, Raichu, Magmortar, even a Asagor, man. Asagor would hit this thing hard, so
yeah, no.
I want to be able to take a hit. But yeah, the idea is to take hits and Calm Mind up. Calm Mind plus Roost is really nice, especially with the T-Spike. Putting things in range is just allowing us to wear them down. I really want to try to... Basically, really want to try and abuse that T-Spike, and this is probably the best member on the team to abuse it outside of Steelix, as it's set up and appreciates the extra chip damage on everything. We'll be able to tank hits from Sceptile, we'll be able to tank hits from Gallade, especially because we're Z-move. The best move they can go for versus us is Knockoff, which we'll tank pretty easily due to having a Z-move, and then we can just Roost stall them, basically, unless they're SD, so we'll be able to Roost that. We also take, Belly Drum Azu's attack, and of course with our Z on this, with Tsareena, which we do have, as well as Talonflame's priority, I think we'll be okay versus Azu, and with Rage Powder especially, and Self-Destruct. So like we definitely don't want to get swept by that, which is you guys can tell right there. What was the speed investment for again?
It was the speed investment was for that if we went for like low sweep with
Tsareena, yeah, so we got speed.
It'd be faster than it would be faster than Mega Sceptile.
Yeah, it's also to be noted that under Tailwind this thing outspeeds their entire team except for Alolan Raichu under Electric Terrain, but of course we get rid of Electric Terrain, so
yeah,
that's something important to note. Next up we have Tsareena, and this thing's coming off the bench too. Pretty excited about this. Choice Scarf Tsareena is faster than Coco and faster than Mega Sceptile, and we threaten them with Power Whip. Power Whip does a ton to Coco, almost knocks it out. If T-Spike is there, depending on their bulk investment, it can actually knock them out with a layer of T-Spike. Play Rough is cool because it does a ton to Mega Sceptile as well as Mega Gallade. We have Low Sweep because lowering our opponent's speed, again, we showed our Mew, so that might be something useful for Mew in the late game. It's also good for an attack on Klinklang, though it won't obviously lower its speed due to Klinklang's ability. But we have Steelix, so we're not as worried about that. But just in general, lowering something's speed might be better. U-turn for being able to pivot. Also hitting Raichu for super effective damage is really nice. And just getting on out of there if we need to weaken something. Still hit Sceptile for super effective damage too. And the big thing is Queenly Majesty. Queenly Majesty, we're hoping it works this way because I'm not entirely sure on multi-battles. In doubles, basically, Queenly Majesty protects you and your allies from priority moves, so that includes Fake Out. And we're going into this battle hoping that that's how this thing works.
We're just going to hope that myself and Joey here are allies.
Are considered allies, yeah.
Are we considered allies, bro?
I hope the DS considers us allies. But yeah, like, honestly, we have to find out. So we're not 100% sure. And it's kind of impossible to test without actually doing a Wi-Fi battle, which is annoying because we have to get 4 people to do that.
Yeah.
So we're just going to assume it works that way. But basically, because it's a multi-battle, it's my Pokemon and MVs. Does it still count as an ally? It's not necessarily a double battle. But either way, max attack, just so we have the biggest damage output, and the rest was just put into Spit Def. Tanking Coco's Dazzling Gleam a little bit better and whatnot. Eating hits from Sceptile. I think it's a great
pick. Are you talking about speed for...
Yeah, I already talked about how to outsped Coco and Sceptile, max speed.
Nice.
Do you want to talk about Licks?
Absolutely. So our last Pokemon is going to be Mega Steelix. This Pokemon actually has been putting in a lot of work for us throughout the season so far. Like, this probably being one of our MVPs, I would say, because it's been taking hits really well, dealing with a lot of different types of Pokemon. Steelix here is just nice because having Tsareena plus Steelix gives us great electric checks, which is something really useful to note. And this is able to eat up, I think, a close combat from Mega Gallade, which is really nice, especially after Curse. We can take hits really well from that. On the special side, it takes Mega Sceptile's Leaf Storm really well. It can take, I'm pretty sure it can take a Focus Blast as well. And it's just nice overall, I think, because with Heavy Slamming and Stomping Tantrum, kind of just hits everything on their team.
Exactly. Curse up, we're eating up Gallade's hits. This is really cool too because Follow Me is kind of a strat that they might not even work. Like, again, Tsareena next to Steelix, for example, they can't hit us with +6 Aqua Jet, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And +6 knockoff and +6 Play Rough will not knock out Steelix, period. And like Heavy Slam plus Stomping Tantrum just hits really hard. We have Stomping Tantrum over Earthquake because we don't want to hit our partners, obviously. And also, I think wide guard is also an option they have, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Something they might have it on something, but
it's more so for us. Like we don't want to hit ourselves. Like
we don't want to hurt ourselves. We don't want to be forced to go for protect when we can attack, with one side and attack with another side, basically. So I think Stomping Tantrum also can kind of hit things a little bit harder under, not being a spread move and stuff, right?
Yes, basically. It just hits hard, and again, not hitting us and just protect is really cool. Again, this thing is really nice because with T-Spike, it's really hard to take down in my opinion, especially being on the side with Mew. So like they work really well with each other because obviously Mew takes the fighting type attacks that are aimed at Steelix. Mew can tank the fire type attacks that are aimed at Steelix, whereas Steelix can tank the bug type attacks aimed at Mew, or the electro type, the boosted electro type attacks aimed at Mew as well. So I think they just work really well next to each other. And obviously Sturdy do before Mega Evolving because it's just the best ability to have. If we need to live a hit and not Mega Evolve, it's worth it.
Exactly.
Hey, Steelix has been really good, man. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Steelix has been one of the best Megas. We haven't even used Mega, bro.
Yeah, I know we haven't, but I think Steelix is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon for this team that we have. I really like Mega Steelix a lot in terms of what's been doing for us.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so bulky. Like even if there's not much deviation in what sets we're using, it's just so good.
Hey man, I'm kind of glad that in the discussion with Chimp and Gator about which one
To get
Steelix or whatever, we took Steelix because I don't know. I think Talonflame is also like as a replacement bird.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Talonflame is also another Pokemon that has been putting in a lot of work despite what people think about it.
Yeah, I agree completely. But anyway, that's going to be it for the team breakdown. Go ahead and check out MV's channel. Link will be down below. We battle Jamie's, and it's going to be on his side tomorrow. So it should be Friday when this goes up. Tomorrow is Saturday, so that's going to be the day that we upload our battle versus Jamie.
Hey, 24 hours from this
I don't know why he's talking about that because that's never confirmed. He just says a random time. But
hey, 24 hours. Just mark my words. It's gonna go up. All right. Just go check my channel as soon as you. I guess 24 hours from this video, and the battle should be there.
I'm so excited, dude. Like Ariados is so cool. Honestly, I feel like this mon is gonna be low key an MVP on our team this entire season, just because it's such a cool move pool, dude. It has. Did you know it learned Stomping Tantrum?
I actually did not know that.
Dude, if this thing had speed, it'd be a threat. Swordsdance, Stomping Tantrum, Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Sucker Punch, Shadow. And this thing has Sticky Web, obviously, but yeah, honestly.
Ooh, dude, it has Twin Needle.
I know. You can poison Pokemon.
Each hit has 20% chance to poison. Ooh.
That's fire. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And like I said, go and check out MV. His link will be down below. Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.